What is up, guys? It's your boy Falcon back again, and today I'm going to show you on a 2003 to 2006 Chevy cluster how to check if it's good or bad and how to replace the stepper motor. So first off, here we have a Chevy, right? We crank it and we're going to see that some of the gauges are dead. Take a look at the speedometer, it doesn't move at all. Take a look at the battery gauge, also spins all the way around. I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on. Now here, when I turn it back on, you notice that at that slight second that I turn it on, you see all the gauges kind of come down a little bit. They do like this kind of motion down and then they pop up to where they should be. If they don't move at all whenever you crank it, like the speedometer, that means that that stepper motor is bad. So first off, we're going to take off these four, I think it's 8mm bolts. The cover right here on the front of the cluster, you just kind of pull it out and then just make sure that your shifter is all the way down. You pull it out, you're gonna put it right here. You can put it right here on top of the dash so you can have room to disconnect it. Once you set it up here, then you have enough room to disconnect it, so we can go ahead and disconnect it now. We put our shifter lever back into park. So now with our cluster off here on our workbench, we're going to use this solder remover tool, and here is the solder that we're going to use to put the new stepper motors back on. This kit that I bought on Amazon is like $20-30 for 6 stepper motors with LED lights. Now I had to use 2 more LED lights that I had just left over from previous jobs that I've done, but this kit is not bad, so I'll put a link right there in the description. So first we're going to take the faceplate off, and just using kind of like a little hook tool here to take the faceplate off. It has just these little hooks. It has 2 on the bottom and 3 on the top. Once we take these little tabs off here, here's the faceplate. We're going to take it off, put it off to the side. And now we need to remove our needles here. I'm just using like a trim remover tool here. As you can see, it's like at an angle, and it just kind of pushes the needle straight up so we don't damage it. After we take off all the needles, then we can go ahead and turn around the cluster assembly, and we're gonna take off the back plate of our cluster. And then same thing, you have like 4 tabs here on the top, and I believe you have like 3 more tabs on the bottom. After you do this, then you're going to be able to take out the entire back faceplate and the front faceplate, and you're going to be left with like the motherboard with all the stepper motors and LED lights that we're going to have to replace if you have some of them that are out. Like I said, this kit already comes with LEDs. So here we have 4 on the side. We have the RPM gauge and the speedometer, so we remove this. So now we turn the motherboard upside down, and each stepper motor is gonna have like 4 contact points that we need to remove the solder out of. So using this suction cup / solder remover tool, we're gonna take it off of the 4 contact points. So here you have the 2 here and the 2 on the other side. So if you look at the stepper motor, it's gonna have like 4 long legs on the back, and here's like the first one right here. With this tool that I'm using, it kind of heats up the solder, and then you kind of create the suction with the cup and takes off the solder. Now there's also some other ones that you can like heat it up and then you kind of suck it up, kind of like the booger tool that the babies use, kind of like that, right? But this one kind of does it all together. But you don't have to buy this one specifically, but I will put something like this on the right there in the description. So we're gonna go around and take off all the solder from every single one of our stepper motors. Like I said, it's 4 contact points on each of the stepper motors. The stepper motors have, besides the 4 contact points, have 2 legs on each one. They have like this fatter leg and this skinnier leg. These are the 2 plastics kind of sticking out through the back. So whenever we put our stepper motors back in to solder them, there's really only one way that they go in, right? So some of like the speedometer and the tachometer, they kind of like, whenever you put them on, they're going to be almost like facing upside down, which is fine. Just make sure that you put them when the legs, like the fat leg on the fat hole and the skinny leg on the skinny hole. Hope that makes sense. You'll be able to see here in a little bit. So here, just taking off all the solder. So once all the solder is off, you should be able just to push out the stepper motor through those plastic legs that I was talking about. So you just kind of put pressure on those legs, you should be able to just come off. So here we go. So we're gonna take off all 6 of our stepper motors right here. Now with the stepper motors off, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the LEDs so I can replace them. Now it only had 2 LEDs that were out, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace all of them. If you look at the original LEDs or light bulbs, it has 2 contact points and they come with this like blue plastic bracket we're not gonna use anymore. So what I do is when I take off the LED, I put a little bit more solder in those contact points. Here are the new LED bulbs. Usually when they come in, those legs are very, very long. So I cut them down to size to make sure that it's not going to touch anything else. And here we have, like I already took the LED lights from here. And since I put extra solder in those spots, I just go back and melt it. And then the new bulb, kind of put the little leg there and then let it kind of dry out. And that's what I do on each one. So here we have one that I need to cut the legs even a little bit smaller because of where it's going to be, and I don't want to touch anything else. But that is what we're going to do to every single LED. Like I said, you take it off, put a little bit more solder in each contact point. Each LED has 2 contact points. And they're not LEDs. I think they're just regular bulbs, but we're going to call them LEDs. So I don't want to hear it. And then you just solder them in. And just make sure that you like kind of face the bulb straight up. Now here we are reattaching the stepper motors. Like I said, it has 2 legs, one little fat leg and one skinnier leg. When you put the leg through the motherboard, just kind of pop it back to the other place. Here we have the other one, just align. When you align the legs, the 4 contact points should also go through the hole. Make sure that they go through the hole and like you don't bend them as you're going in. And now here we are on the other side with all of the stepper motors in. I'm gonna put solder in each of the 4 contact points of each of the stepper motors. So here we go. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I'm kind of going to explain the next step because it's a little bit tedious, and this is how you're gonna calibrate your new stepper motors. So we put the motherboard onto the back plate, and then we're gonna put the face plate back in here. So here we go, and then I'm gonna clean it off to make sure that there is no like fingerprints or anything, and then I'm gonna walk over to the truck and connect it back on. So let me explain to you how we're gonna calibrate it. Whenever we connect the cluster back into the truck, and then we put it where it's supposed to go, right? And then you're gonna crank the truck. When you crank the truck, even though it has no needles, the stepper motors are gonna do the thing that I told you earlier. They're gonna go down like a 1/4 of an inch, and they're gonna start reading the way they should be reading. And then when you turn off the vehicle, automatically all the stepper motors are gonna go back to their like rest positions, which is like to 0. So RPMs are gonna go to 0. Your speedometer is gonna go to 0. Your temperature gauge is gonna go to 0. Your voltmeter is gonna go to 0. Your battery is gonna go to 0, right? So when you put the cluster on, connect it, turn on the vehicle real quick, turn it off, everything should be at 0. At that point is whenever we're gonna basically stab the needles into the little stepper motors. Now make sure that you stab the needles into the stepper motors, don't bend them, you're gonna do it gently. You're gonna feel it when it goes in and just kind of push it in a little bit. It doesn't have to go all the way to the back because then it's gonna hit the little faceplate. So here I'm doing the crank and off, right? I'm turning it on and turning it off so everything goes to zeros. Now that everything's at 0, I grab the needle and I stab it at the 0 position. Now where the camera is sitting, right, it kind of looks like the angle like it's facing a little bit lower than the 0, but from where I'm looking at it, which is below the camera, it's right at 0. So I know it looks a little bit off, but it's not. It's right at 0. And this is how you calibrate your new stepper motors to your vehicle. So here we go. I'm gonna just give you a quick check real here. Turn it on, they start reading, and then you turn it off and they go back to 0. Did you notice that the speedometer actually moved this time? And now when I was telling you how we are testing them, it used to not move. Okay, so right now, like I said, all the stepper motors should be at 0. So I'm just stabbing all the needles at the 0 position. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna crank it one more time. You're gonna see all the gauges now do that little down a 1/4 of a little, like a little 1/4 of a turn, or move down a couple of millimeters, and then go back to start reading. Here we go. I'm gonna crank it, You see how all the gauges moved? That's how you know when your stepper motors are working properly, and that's how you recalibrate them, guys. So after here, the next step is to take out the cluster, kind of put it right here on top of the dash, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the front face plate back on. Of course, we already cleaned everything, so make sure that you clean everything. You don't want to put it back on with your fingerprints, or a lot of times you have dust in there. Clean it off so it can look nice and professional. Get our cluster back in there. Look, it looks so nice. We're gonna crank it one more time so you guys can see all the gauges moving. They go back to 0. Crank it, it goes, and everything's working. Alright guys, hope this video helps somebody out. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell for me, share the channel. I will catch you guys on the next video.